Your daughter is holding you responsible. She even wants to leave the house now. Your sacrifice is not being appreciated. You sacrificed so much, but that was all in vain.
Listen, Mom, I don't expect her to understand anything. We can talk about
Your
this
mother
later.
is right about this, Durga. You have sacrificed a lot, just for the sake of your family's happiness. So Roshni needs to know what happened. Roshni, you want to know the truth? I would be more than happy to tell you the truth.
I deserve to know the truth. Why did you hide it?
We didn't keep the truth from you. Your father abandoned us. We didn't keep him away from his daughter. It was his call.
What do you mean?
Shiv was the one who made the decision to leave this family, and he never returned again.
Why did he want to go?
It's because of your brother.
Brother.
Your older brother.
It was many years ago, Roshni, when I fell madly in love with your father. I was young. I was nearly your age when I met your father. Your father was such a good-looking man and intelligent. You can almost say it was love at first sight. People say that a daughter takes after her mother. And maybe they are right. You won't believe me, Roshni, but my ideals and principles used to be exactly the same as yours. I also fell in love with a middle-class man. But my father was totally against our relationship. He believed that marrying a professor was wrong. He always used to tell me that I was making the biggest mistake of my life. But you should know that love is blind. I was deeply in love with Shiv. All I wanted was to get married to him. I wanted nothing more. I thought that if the two of us could get married to each other, I would be the luckiest woman alive. I wanted to have my own house. I wanted a world full of love and happiness. We married and moved into his house soon after we met each other. I became part of his family. Mona was there, Keser, Bablu. They were all part of our close-knit family. We were all very young back then. We were never very rich, but we had big dreams. We were a middle-class family, but we were very happy. I had everything I could have ever asked for, and there was nothing more that I wanted. Bablu and Keser both became like my own two children. And that's when there was an addition to our family. Your elder brother. Rohan. Shiv wasn't earning a lot of money at the time, but after Rohan was born, we did have all the happiness in the world. No amount of money could buy what we had. We were more than content with everything that we could afford. We were all living there together in perfect harmony. And that's when God sent us another angel. Roshni. When you arrived, we all felt like our family was finally complete. Even Mona, Keser, Bablu, and your brother Rohan felt like you completed everything because you always put a smile on our faces. But unfortunately, that happiness didn't last forever. It was all taken away. One day, our entire family's lives took a turn for the worst.
We want you to accept all our demands.
Do justice to the teachers.
We want you to accept all our demands. Do justice
Your father
to the
was the
teachers.
great leader of the teachers' union. You were just a little girl.
All our demands.
Thank you.
Shiv, I don't know why you're doing this. You know that this protest will be of no use to us. You have 2 small children and a family to take care of. Think about Bablu and Keser. You still have to earn money. You know that this protest is not going to help any of us.
Don't you worry, Durga. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm also aware of the fact that I have to earn money to provide for our children and my family. But I don't really want to earn any money if I have to do it through dishonest means that I'm not proud of. I'd much rather want to give my family a respectable life. You know that the government has no right to suppress any of this, Durga. I know that right now, things are quite difficult for us. Like I always tell you, every dark cloud must have a silver lining somewhere. But don't worry. Look! I've finally written that letter to the government. This will help us get what we want. You will see, huh?
And that is how my worst fears were confirmed by him. The strike just continued, and your father was the one leading it. Your father, Shiv, couldn't think of anything else at that stage, Roshni. That is why all the responsibilities came down on me. Shiv's ethics cost everyone a lot of time and money and unhappiness. It got harder to get by as time passed. I was very worried about my family. And then I found myself a job at a jewelry shop. But it wasn't enough, Roshni. So I decided to talk to Shiv about what was going on again. How long is this going to continue? For how much longer will our children have to go to bed hungry? What will anyone get out of this? Teaching is not the only profession out there. Why don't you just find something else to do? Is it not clear to see by now that the government is not going to help you with anything?
Be positive, Durga. We are very close to achieving our goals, I promise. The government will be left with no other choice but to listen to all of our demands. This is our right, Durga. And it's our children's right. Just a few more days.
Shiv would always comfort me. He always made me think that everything would work out. But nothing ever changed for us. Everything stayed the same. Until one day, your brother Rohan fell very ill, Roshni.
Looks like a stomach ulcer. Your child needs to be hospitalized immediately. What has he been eating, madam?
I will take him to the government hospital right now, while you pack his clothes. Be careful.
Shiv, listen to me. This is critical. I suggest that you take him to a private hospital, because they will be able to give your child the very best treatment at a private hospital.
We can't afford a private hospital. It's too expensive.
No, Shiv, we can borrow money some way. Take him to a private hospital.
I don't have any money, Durga. And there are so many children who go to the government hospital. So Rohan can too.
Shiv, he is our child and his life is in danger.
I don't want to argue with you anymore. I'm taking him to the hospital.
Shiv did whatever he wanted to do, as he always does. All I wanted was for my Rohan to get better. But Rohan's condition just kept getting worse with every passing day. I approached Mom for help. She gave me everything that she had to give. But not even that was enough to save my little boy's life. He needed to go for surgery. I tried everything that I could to convince my husband just one last time. I'm begging you to put an end to the strike. The college will give you 2 years' salary back. They will even give you your bonus. Sometimes you have to compromise for your family.
Have you lost your mind now? What are you trying to say? Do you expect me to betray all the people who have put their trust in me? They need me to lead them, Durga. And let me tell you, I think that this is just the beginning. You'll see. Eventually we'll make the college board bow down. This agreement that they've made is only for one person's salary. But what about all the other professors? The union is for everybody.
I don't care about your union. Our family has nothing to do with your union. All I am concerned about is my son's life. And if you don't end your strike, then my son...
Durga, I understand what you're trying to say here. You don't have to believe me, but I know exactly what must be going through your mind at a moment like this. Remember, Rohan is my son too. But I cannot do what you're asking me to do, I'm sorry. I'm not in a position to allow my personal life to affect all my professional responsibilities or all my social responsibilities in any way. This is a matter of ethics for me and of principles, Durga. I can't step back now. By the way, I forgot to tell you something very important. I got some money after selling my watch. Please, keep all of it, and I'll find more money somewhere else.
This money is no use to me, Shiv. Do you understand that? We need a lot more money than this to pay for our son's surgery.
Shiv, Rohan's condition is getting worse every day.
Parents are the ones who help you in your hour of need. My father also came forward to help me when all of this happened. He sold all of his properties and gave me all the money that he could manage to gather.
I'm sorry, Durga Devi, but your son has passed away.
And yet your father just continued with the strike. Though my only son lost his life in that battle. Then after that tragic incident, Shiv and I decided it's better to part ways.
Durga, please listen. Durga, Rohan is my son as well.
Was.
All right, Durga. If that is what you want, then I will leave now. But then I will never come back.
Things only went from bad to worse from there on. Rohan wasn't with us. And Shiv and I were apart. When my father found out, he could not bear the pain and he... At that left my mother without a husband as well. That is why she came to live with me. Mona was the only one who could be there to support me through everything that happened, but then her in-laws had decided to throw her out of the house. They didn't even think about Samira either. I just wanted to die because I always felt like I have caused everyone pain. But then I thought of my daughter. And of Bablu and Kesar, who had no one other than me left to rely on. I realized if I left, I would be running away from my problems just like my husband Shiv did. That's why I decided not to end my life. I decided to keep on living for them. I decided to face all of my struggles. And I started working hard at the jewelry shop. I started to establish my own business gradually. And that is why I became so obsessed with money and being the upper class family. Because through all these things, I've only learned one thing. And that is the value of money. You can't be happy without money. I worked day and night. I never took a day off. I tried to forget about the tragedy of my son by focusing on work. I tried very hard to forget about him. And in spite of everything that happened, Shiv left me. He never returned. He never even tried to make contact with his daughter. That is when I started teaching myself not to be emotional. I became a headstrong woman. People started to hate me for my bad attitude. But no one bothered to see the pain behind that headstrong businesswoman that I had become. I asked everyone in our family to please forget about Shiv forever. But I still kept a photograph of him in my safe. So that whenever I felt lonely, or got scared, or felt angry, I could talk to the photograph just to make myself feel a little better. I was afraid that if my daughter turned out like her father, you would also ruin my life just like he once did. At the same time, I just wanted my daughter to be able to respect and adore her absent father. That is why I told you he is dead. That is why I decided to hide everything from you. So now, if you still think that I shouldn't have done that, you're right, Roshni. But it is not like I had another option. And then one day, I came face to face with my past once again. I didn't know what to do about it. I thought that if I let my past become a part of my present somehow, then my daughter would have a much different image of her father. And I didn't want that to happen. It is never an easy task to hide the truth. You are my daughter, Roshni. That is why I will never be able to hate you. You can dislike me if you want to. You can hate me or even choose to go away from me, and you have every right to do that, because I know that I have failed to give you the upbringing that you deserve. But that doesn't mean that I don't love you. I will always love you, Roshni. You mean the entire world to me.
You've done nothing wrong, Mom. You've done nothing. I was the wrong one. I kept arguing and fighting with you. I never helped you. I always just complained about everything. I never tried to understand your side of the story or the sacrifices that you had to make. Mom, I wanted to leave you for the person who never even cared about me, because I have truly failed to realize the value of the only person who was always there for me, my own mom. You haven't failed me, Mom, but I have failed you. Will you please forgive me? I'm sorry.